Under Hansi Flick, we must remember with this Barcelona team, the game is never over until the final minute. Barcelona beat Celta Vigo 4-3, and what an incredible game. Hansi Flick running to Rafinha after the game is over to give him the biggest hug after a penalty that won us the game, and a performance near the last 30 minutes that just completely turned this game around for us. I mean, what a team, what a coach, what a player as well. Just incredible stuff. There's a lot to get into today, so let's go. And we're just going to get straight into the goals. I'm not going to ramble on about too much that's unnecessary. Ferran with the first goal, really good stuff from him. And I think Barca had a good start at the first like 10 to 15 minutes. Well, I would say more so the first 10 minutes. Ferran goes by himself, able to go through the Celta Vigo defense, gets a shot, powerful shot right into the bottom left corner. And when he starts, he's so reliable this season. He's improved so much. Really, really good for us. Always comes up. But then after, no, it just had to get ruined. Celta on the counter, play across, and Szczesny and Kubarsi don't communicate too well. Neither really fully commit to the cross, so it ends up just going through them into Borja Iglesias, who gets an easy tap in. And, it was kind of the same thing the whole game where Celta would counter and cause danger. They were targeting that left side. Szczesny was crucial making saves for us. He had a nice double save near the end of the half. And just in general, it could have been more. It wasn't the best performance by him today, I won't lie, but it could have been more to Celta if he was not there making crucial saves for us. But yeah, they were targeting, Gerard Martin's side, who I didn't think had a good game. And just in general, playing long balls. You can see here, same thing. They play a long ball. Frankie in the air doesn't make a good touch, makes a huge error, lets Borja go through. He's basically under no pressure. The team struggling to get back and, mark him. And he just slides it past Szczesny easy. It was really, really poor there. I don't know what happened. And it kind of frustrated me because Frankie wasn't having a good game already. And, he was being kind of predictable, hogging the ball like his old self would do. And causing that error. Really, really tough. And it was the same thing. Olmo and Jamal came on in the 60th minute to try to change the game. Try to actually do something. But Olmo, despite having a good, first few touches, plays a miscommunication between him and Jamal, and instantly Celta launch a long ball forward. Borja able to go through again, gets an easy chip past Szczesny. Same thing over and over. Long ball counter. Same thing, Pedri earlier had a mistake like that where Moriba robbed and played the counter through. Really tough stuff. But anyway, it wasn't looking good for us. There were a lot of tweets going around saying, oh, season's over. But under Hansi Flick, you must realize this Barca team, the game isn't over until the last minute. Here we go with Olmo getting the second goal. Really good link-up play by everybody. Lewandowski to Rafinha. Nice through pass to Olmo, who just slips it past the goalkeeper. Really good stuff. And then from then on, I think is when Barca finally woke up and when the game really turned on its head. Because as soon as Barca get that goal, that's all they need. The adrenaline was kicking in, energetic stuff, pressuring, really causing problems for Celta. We're starting to look really shaky. Yamal gets a cross in here for the third goal, and Rafinha just headers it in, as we've seen time and time again. What a combo. And it, like I said, it was really starting to get hectic from then on. Chaotic, between both teams. Really, Barca were looking electric. And you can see here, they added 8 minutes of extra time. And Rafinha was very upset at Aspas. I mean, he got subbed on Aspas, and we know how he is. He's annoying against Barcelona. We don't like him. And Rafinha was very upset against him because, Inigo, he fouls Inigo. Aspas goes down because he pretends he got hit in the face or something. Or, he's just time wasting. Rafinha threw him to the ground, and then Aspas started time wasting. It was a yellow card for both of them. Usually I would say, hey, don't do that. We can't, cause the game to go crazy, or we can't be having this right now. But it's Aspas, so I think Rafinha was right to get upset and kind of do that. And to do that and then do what he did later, when we get a penalty, and you can see that it was controversial. I wouldn't say controversial. I would say that the referee didn't call it at first, and everyone, the bench, there was images, you could see videos of Flick in the bench. One of the coaches on the sideline as well for Barcelona, throwing the iPad down, getting really frustrated because they didn't call it. But luckily, they went to VAR check. Olmo clearly brought down, kicked in the back of the foot. And Rafinha, the look on his face, ice cold, into the back of the net to make it 4-3 in the 97th minute at the end of the game. Unbelievable stuff. And he gets a 10 out of 10 rating score for the game. I mean, he deserves it. Every time we need him, he might not be the most aesthetically pleasing player. He might not be, where he can be like Yamal, where he takes players on. He's always able to create something out of nothing. But when we really need him in big moments this season, he always comes up. And you can see how much that meant to Flick. Flick running onto a touchline, giving him a huge hug. Basically what all of us fans wanted to do. Just incredible stuff. What a comeback. And like I said, under Flick, the game is never over until the final minutes. We've done this time and time again. The mentality under this team is different. And, it would have been really bad for us for after Dortmund, losing 3-1 despite making the semis, to then lose this game and then lose all the momentum we built up. And I was getting kind of annoyed because I was seeing on Twitter, like, a lot of people saying, season's over, look at this, oh, it's gone, trouble's gone. And it's like, bro, have you not been watching our team this season? If this was last season, I would understand. But have you not been seeing all the comebacks we do, how we play? Like, even though the team is clearly fatigued, I talked about this in my last video, the team is clearly fatigued. But for them to always come back, to give everything till the last minute, to have that energy, just incredible stuff. I don't have much to say about that. Just incredible game, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought, and Visca Barca as always. I'll see you guys next time.